So when I'm doing kitchens, I get my big tub of PVA out because I PVA everything. So you measure this corner unit 450 door. So as it happens, there is actually holes for a 450 door. So you get a drill bit for the top, bit which fits in that hole. You don't want it bigger, you want it nice and tight. A bit which fits in that hole, yeah, nice and tight. Get on this side. I always use a block. Get your block underneath it. Drilling a hole straight through it. I always put a block underneath and then it don't chip the wood. Then what we want to do, we want to flip it upside down. Always on its back edge. Remember, back edge, not front edge. Then measure the holes 450. Do the same. Block of wood. Now see this here. This is a panel for the top, right? But I know when I miter, I'm just going to stand this unit back up so you can see what I'm doing. Always bend your knees when you're lifting. I know when I put this in, there, it's going to affect my miter. And then you're struggling to cut it out. So all I do with this is I unscrew it. Unscrew it, pull it out. If you've got a bit on it like that and you can't get it out, just cut it with your jigsaw. And then we've got 2 dowels there. So all I'll do, I'll dip them into my PVA. Dip it into my PVA. Wipe off the edges like that. Because you know it's stuck. Then I've got my 2 holes at the bottom. Get it in your 2 holes. Tweak it. Beautiful. Make sure there's no gap. Line that up there in the centre. You have got 2 holes in this panel here, but you're better off just looking at it, centering it, making sure it's nice and centre. Then your 2 long wood screws which you took out of it, just go in. You should be able to feel for it. Once you felt for it, screw both of them in so the panel can't twist with the door. Make sure they're nice and flush and in a bit. Because when worktop goes on, we don't want it catching. Then this piece of wood, just put to one side. We might use it later. We might use it for run. Looks like I need to go on a diet in these tops. Do you like my new tops? Hashtag good morning people. MJC Kitchens and Bathrooms. They are copyrighted, so no one copy them. Otherwise you need to pay me. Do you know what I mean? But I think I'm going to have to go on a diet. Showing my belly off. I'm going to have to go on a cornflake diet. I'll eat cornflakes for the rest of the week and we'll see what happens, see if that just disappears. Just goes whoosh. Unless I get a pair of boobs. That's what I might need. A pair of boobs. Right, let's crack on. So, now we've got the panel in, nice and neat, 450 door. Going to flip it on its back. Make sure it's on its back nice and sturdy. Can you see there? Now see this part here where them brackets go in? I don't like to see a gap. So what I'm going to do, going to get one of my screws, and I'm just going to screw it up. Straight through that hole there. Beautiful. Then what we've got this panel. This is to stop all the rubbish from coming out. So we're going to put that on there, that's going to fix to that. And then we're going to get this corner post. Right, so we've got this corner post, it's got all the plastic on it. So the first thing we need to be doing here is unscrew all these screws. Why they can't take this off in factory, I just do not know. You know what I mean? Unscrew all the screws and take it off. Because if you don't take it off, you're left with it and then you're going to be cutting it with a Stanley knife. And then you could cut into the trim on it and it's not going to be no good. So we take that off. Take that off, make sure it's nice and clean. And then just put your screws back on it. In the exact same place, screw it back up. If you're not used to using one of these drills, don't use one. Use a screwdriver. I'm used to using this drill, like my right arm. Screw it back up like that neatly. Gloss white, beautiful. Right, then what we're doing, it's got a lip on it there. That lip needs to go onto this side here. Can you see how it's laid on that panel? So it sits flush. That panel wants to go up there, like so. And then the easiest way for this is I just measure 450 from that corner to there, draw a line, top, draw a line, make sure that's in line with that. Then I'll screw this on and then I'll stick that on. As easy as that. Watch this. Marquee panel. Bit warm in here. Right, so just mark it 450, we know the door's 450. As long as you've got a gap to 450, we're going to fit bang on. 450. Right, so I've marked it top and bottom. I'm going to slide that over. You want to make that fit equal to top and bottom. Then I'm going to slide that in. We like it bang on. Slide this panel right in. So you have a look with it by eye. Once you've got it right, use these little small screws. Make sure you're always watching that line. That line, that's your 450. That is right up to there. top in, and then before you do anything else, check the top line, because you want it exact. You don't want it moving. If it's moved, just push your panel back in, get exactly on your line, finger on it, screw it in. Now that can't move back and forth, so now you can put your brackets on it and screw that to the unit without messing about. So once you've done your top and bottom, I just like to put a few more in. More the merrier. Because what happens is, with these units, people put all the crap in these corner units and then they force these panels off. So if you put quite a few screws on it, the panel's got a chance. There we go, so that's bang on now. So now, I'll take that off. I'm going to get some brackets. Right, these are these little brackets. And what I do is, I screw it top and bottom onto it there, can you see? Right up to this edge, screw it top and bottom. And I always do it that way, so that moves in and out. Yeah, until I get it fixed. Top and bottom like that. Now the bottom. Right, so my brackets are screwed top and bottom. This is how you make it easy. Then you make sure that's in the centre, because you want it to look right, because when you hang the door on here, you want the door to run in line with the top. Now, I know roughly where these doors are going to be going, so I can make it to that, because the door won't fit the full unit, it always steps in a bit. So I make it to that, and I know where it is. Then, you can just get underneath it. Make sure it's nice and flush, level. Yeah. That's one. That's two. There you go, that's how you fix your corner piece up. I'm just going to put another couple of screws in the side. Beautiful. See how solid that corner post is? Needs to be solid, because when we put a panel onto this edge, it has to fit into something. Do you know what I mean? If it don't, what are you going to do? Okay. Lift it up. See how there's only a nice little gap there? Panel, beautiful. And that's how we build this corner unit up. And then we're going to measure it. Measure it now off that wall. See exactly where we're going to measure it off this wall and see exactly where we want it to go. We're going to draw a line, pencil line, and that's where we're going to start as unit. If there's any pipe work or anything in your way, we're going to have to cut this unit out. Just use jigsaw, cut a nice hole out so you can just get it in place.